So Ed's over here templating. I don't know if you guys seen this little tool here. I've always wanted one of these. It's so awesome because you can kind of replicate edges and corners and stuff like that. So Ed is basically,
yeah, I'll show you how it works.
see, he's gonna give us a little demo. So he's gonna straighten out that template there.
So, we got the, two sides of the box. Now we need another two sides. So in order to get that radius,
See,
there it
he
is.
just pushes down and he's got a rough shape.
There we've
And
already,
then he transfers that
we've
over.
already draw that out on this end here. Then once you
Just
get it,
little fitting and trimming and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, and what do you call this?
so I'm
technique?
working on, O's doing actual CAD. We call this cardboard CAD.
Cardboard CAD. There you
Yeah.
go.
Stay
Work
in
with what
school.
you got.
Stay in school, kids.
But hey, whatever works.
Yep. Yeah, the back shock tower is a
Yeah.
little more complicated. This is a little less complicated. It's quicker and easier for us for a one-off to just fab this up. But we have the capability of cutting that out on a CNC plasma. So instead of trying to get all those profiles and a big hole for the shock to come through and the two bolt holes, you can spend a good amount of time messing with that. So O can spend an hour as opposed to like 3, 4, 5 hours trying to do it by hand. And then we can move on to building the boxes, plating the front, and just move through it a little quicker. But
that's only if you have the ability to do CAD and if you know how to use CAD efficiently. Because if you're like learning how to do CAD, you might have some know-how and you're trying to figure it out. It's probably going to take you longer trying to figure that out on CAD versus cardboard CAD, as Ed calls it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you use cardboard, try to get, some, we call this chipboard. It's kind of like what you would see on the back of a notepad or something. So
it's still rigid, but not super rigid.
yeah, if you use regular cardboard, that has a corrugated layer in it, as you're cutting through it, it's sort of like squishing down on it, and it doesn't give you a true crisp line. So we can spend a few minutes and tweak this, and then just trace that onto a piece of steel, cut it out, and you're done. Yep. So I think that
it's
fits
getting
pretty
there.
good. Just a little more trim.
And obviously Ed's gonna get it as close as he can, but there's also slight variances I'm sure you can have, because when you weld it, the weld's gonna fill some of that gap as well.
Yeah, definitely. And cars are all kind of different. You don't know what these, this car is, 25 years old now,
Yeah.
right? So, it's
Pretty old car.
It's, as they run over something that, a mechanic put a floor jack under the floor instead of the pinch rail. You never know. They're all a little different. So, this little template, we can check both sides. We can check the other side of the car and just get a quick reference to see where we need to be.
And he brings up a really good point, because especially with older cars, you just don't know what type of condition they're in. So with cages like this, it's best to get them made for the car, so like one-off custom cages versus prefab stuff, because you won't get a tighter fit than one that's made specifically for that particular car. All the prefab cages you'll see out there, although they fit, they do work. You'll have like huge gaps from like the A-pillar and where the main hoop is and where the forward front hoop goes, and you want this cage as tight as you can get it to the car, ideally. So that's where Ed comes in. doing one-off stuff like that. And if you're gonna go racing, that's what you want. And now it's just getting ready to transfer it over to a piece of steel, trim it out, and see how it fits. While he's doing that, let's check back with O real quick. See what he's got going on here. Oh, so it got even more advanced.
So this is the outer wall, I guess you can say, of the box, and then this is the lid. So
That's what we saw earlier, right
Yeah.
there. First piece you designed.
So let me see if I can join them together, so I can give you a better idea of what's going on.
Oh, that's so cool.
And just like that. So
And bam, there it is.
there you have, and it's gone. That's the box.
And that's the completed box, guys, before it's cut.
From the underside, and with a little bit of excess right here, just to be safe, you know?
Yeah, because you can always trim that down, grind it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be short on this stuff, guys. And although what O is doing is, it's, I guess you could call it new and efficient. Believe it or not, that this is considered old school. New school stuff, laser scanning.
Yeah.
You can literally have a special machine that scans in 3D scanning, and it scans the entire part and inputs all the data to CAD, and you can do this stuff a lot faster with that. But you know, that's a buku bucks right there. That's a big investment. But it does save time, and you can pretty much do almost anything you want with that. Like, the sky's the limit with that. Yeah. But this works.
Yeah, it does.
But that's cool, seeing that come together like that. I've never seen it. I am familiar with CAD. Like, I'm not familiar with using it, but I'm familiar with what the software can do and stuff like that. And but I've never seen it come together like that. So that was pretty cool.
Thank you.
So I'm sure a lot of the viewers. All right, guys. So
Practice what you preach.
safety first, guys. Always wear a welding helmet. And Ed's about to weld up a couple pieces of steel here.
Yeah, those are the templates for the sides. So I'm just gonna tack them together and then shape them all together and then break them back apart.
Saving time.
Oh. I have some gas.
A little bit of technical difficulty. So I just threw down a couple tacks just to hold it all together. And that way he can shave and trim all 4 pieces at the same time. Save some time, doesn't have to do it individually.